dev that's coming along great. So I'm very excited. Very excited.
Yeah.
No gummy. Okay. We're getting a lot of advice from Alex on our Miami trip, so I appreciate that because never been to Miami. Never been to Miami. So but yeah,
Okay.
don't worry. We will not have an AMA like another project did in Miami. It won't be like that. It'll be good.
No, Papa.
No, it'll be good. We will do a broadcast down there. Actually, the Disco Burn Token Buy and Burn for their monthly contest will be happening while we're down there, and so we will do a little bit down there. But yeah, it'll be a good one. It'll be better, much better than that. Pretty good. I'm excited. I think it'll be fun. 3 of the 4 people going down want to go to the beach. I'm not so excited, but we'll deal with it.
He doesn't
whatever.
like to sit still and not do anything.
I may go stir crazy by sitting.
I guess
there
you
doing
could take
nothing.
your laptop to the beach.
I would see the screen. It'd be too bright, you know. But
look, Alex says to have fun.
Yeah,
you're required to have fun.
I'm going to do my
I just
best.
had my birthday. Maybe we can I can have my birthday date or something.
You're going to be down there with Carmen.
I know.
Carmen
and I both turned the big 4-0 this year, and so yeah, we got to have a little birthday party it up.
Yeah, I expect
it'll be fun.
Yeah. Bienvenido a Miami.
All right.
4-0. I don't think. What?
That was 13 years ago.
4-0.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Martin said she was 30 with 10 years experience. So.
Yeah, I liked Martin is fabulous. Good. He told Jason he was supposed to get me flowers. I mean, he was great. And I got a very heavily accented birthday video to me from him. But he told me I was 30 with 10 years of experience, and I'm going to be okay with that.
It works.
Yep.
It works. All right. Well, I don't have anything else unless anybody else does.
Anybody? Let's check the comments here quickly.
I'm going to register a complaint with Tom because I don't think he warmed up the audience good enough.
Yeah, I know.
He's fired.
Oh, sorry. Did you hear that? Oh, sorry.
The comments spanning the various platforms. So we're getting a good viewership tonight, as you may suspect, because of the Trust Wallet and other issues that happened. But they're all the same thing. They're saying, what's the conversion? Why? How do I migrate? Where do I send my tokens? All the same questions we've had all day today, and frankly, we had all of January, and then we didn't have them for a while, and it was very nice. And then today they came back, and I'm secretly wondering how many thousands of people are out there that still don't know that we converted to a new contract, and will bombard our Telegram one day when we're least expecting it. We'll just be sitting here answering questions and doing, planning the utility, and then all of a sudden they'll say, "Hey, did you see what happened on CoinGecko? How to migrate? How to migrate?" Even today, or on the on one of the comment sections here, I answered the question for somebody, and then the very next comment was the same question. I'm like, "Can you just read one up? Just one. That's all we ask."
I've noticed that happen a lot. People are so anxious to get in and make a comment, they don't even read the one right before they start. And just slow down a little bit. Ask the questions. We're here. We're honest, very honest people, and we want to make sure that you have the information you need. And there's no need to come in pointing fingers and guns a-blazing. We are here to help. We are doing everything that we can to do what we feel is going to be best for the project and for the investor. And we're not here to take advantage of anybody.
I would ask people to remember that we're also invested.
Absolutely.
In this.
That's right.
And actually, we don't actually get paid. So we have a great desire for this project to succeed as well. We make money when you all make money. So
100%. So it's in our best interest to ensure the success of the project. and of the company and the entire thing. I'm not going to spend months and months and months of my time for no good reason, So the reason is we want a successful project. That's what we're going for, and we're going to do everything we can to make that as good as possible for the investor. So just be patient, ask the questions, check the pin messages. Royce loves it when you read the pin messages because it answers so many questions, and then the mods aren't having to answer so many.
And there really are answers in the pin messages, because we had that accusation earlier today too, where somebody was like, "Stop telling me to check the pin messages and just answer my question." And we're going, "But we've answered the same question a dozen times, and the answers are in the pin messages."
Yep. So
you're not transparent, scammers. You're not transparent.
Dude, I'd be the worst scammer on the planet. I hate the idea of people scamming. I'm way too honest, and my face and my wife's face are on camera live right now. I would be the absolute worst. So you don't have to worry about that. We are here to help.
And if you all watch my face long enough, you will realize I don't have a poker face.
No poker face.
And I can't lie to save my life. So
so just come in, ask the question. We'll answer the question. We don't have a problem doing it. But check the pin messages. It helps a ton. It helps a ton. And there are literally hundreds of hours worth of content that are on the DYOR Media Network that answer a lot of those questions that you have out there. And that'll give
there's tutorials, there's live videos, there's all kinds of stuff. I kind of chuckled as Disco unearthed a tutorial I had done clear back in January the other day. I was like, "Oh, look, I did that."
There's so much information that's out there on those sources that you can get a really good idea of what the project is about and what we as a leadership team, and there are a lot of us on the team, and we're all here of one mind. So check it out. Get yourself educated on where we are, who we are, what we're doing, and we'll be happy to answer the questions.
And Ben Million, just for the record, we all want to see the price go up. I promise.
Let's go.
We all want to see the price go up.
Hey, Jason, I think this may be a good time to go to review a Crypto 101 term that you went over a while ago called dollar cost averaging. We have a lot of new people on the line right now. This may be a good time to mention that one again.
Absolutely. So for anybody who doesn't know, or maybe hasn't heard or doesn't really understand what that is, DCA, you may see it written that way, dollar cost average. Or I saw somebody, actually, it was a UK person who'd written an article on it called pound cost average. So it could be whatever, but you're talking about your dollar cost averaging. That is a strategy, an investment methodology that you can follow, a way of investing, of buying in little increments over time, whether the price is going up or the price is going down. And what it does is it averages out your price that you have spent on that investment. So let's say, for example, you bought an investment and the timing was very unfortunate, and perhaps you bought at the all-time high, and immediately following that, there was a retracement. And you like the project, you like the fundamentals, you know the project is going in a good direction, and you are sold out to the idea, and you see, yes, this could be good. Well, you have two options. You can either be very, very upset and sell at a very deep loss and buy high, sell low, which is completely backwards. Your other option is to dollar cost average. And so after the retracement, you could, for a fraction of the price, you could double, triple, or more the size of your investment holding at a lower price, and it will bring the average amount per token substantially down. And so that can give you a much better position moving forward as the price is going to rebound. And that is what we work towards. So dollar cost averaging, and actually it was shown, and I don't have all those numbers before me, but it was shown that dollar cost averaging will outperform somebody who tries to time the market. I believe the number was 82% of the time. It was somewhere in the 80s. You will actually do better than somebody who tries to always buy high or buy low and sell high and do that consistently. If you dollar cost average, you will outperform that more often than not. So it's just a good strategy to even out your investment cost.
And for those of you who have ever heard of a gentleman named Warren Buffett, he uses dollar cost averaging.
Yes. Successful investors will use that a lot.
He's kind of a good
but
investor.
Make sure,
He kind of is.
he's kind of
Yeah.
a smart dude. But if you take that to heart, invest in sound, fundamentally strong projects that you are in agreement with, and you dollar cost average over time, your investment will outperform somebody who times the market. So
I'm actually going
thank
to.
you for bringing that up, Tom.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it was a good timing for that. But our one of our loyal viewers on YouTube from St. Louis, MD Saddam Hussein, he pointed out that maybe we should ruble cost average. So the crashing Russian ruble.
Yes.
Oh,
That-
oh,
As long as you
Well.
believe the Russian ruble will come back up, that is a whole. That's a whole deal. Now you're into Forex, and that's a different deal.
Right.
I'm actually going to dig out a video I did a little while back about surviving a bear market in crypto and put that in there. It has a Warren Buffett quote right in it, actually.
So Royce, a community manager, he did mention that he did dollar cost average down because he did buy a good amount during the November run for us, for example. And since then, he has dollar cost averaged, and he has now broken even again, even at this low price. So as price appreciation starts back in, he will, for example, be in a really good position because he has increased the size of his bag. So it's just a good way to combat price fluctuations and market movement. So you're gonna flood him with videos, aren't you?
Well, I'm gonna. Yeah, I gotta find it first.
Ben, are you? Yeah, you're on here. So Ben, we are working with HedgePay, and so we're working on the final details for staking. We don't have that completed yet, so I hope to have that very soon. But I don't know the exact time or day. But once that is out, we will definitely get that information out to everybody because I know we have a lot who have asked for staking. So I'm excited for it. It is coming, and HedgePay is a great project to work with for that. So I'm excited, and it should be very, very soon.
Yeah, HedgePay is a good group. I've done a couple of AMAs with them and got to know their project pretty well. And unlike other groups that we've worked with, they're very well organized and on top of things, and they answer your questions quickly. And they have money behind the project. They're not relying just on a private sale or a BNB or a pre-sale to fund their project. They have proper investors. Like I always tell people, a proper project, brings money to the table and then asks people for money, but they put their own money in first. And that's what they did. And they're a good group. And it's fun. This is not financial advice, but you should financially be involved. Does that work?
You would be wise to research it for sure.
Right.
They're very knowledgeable folks. I believe I did catch the one AMA, but I've been paying attention to them for a while, and very smart, very knowledgeable, sharp. It seems to be good. So I agree. You would be wise to research it for sure. I think I'm done unless you had any other further questions that have come in, Tom.
Oh,
Nothing.
I'm sorry, you were talking to me.
No, just our friend from St. Louis, and Hossein is entertaining as usual. He's hilarious, and I will, after you get off, I am going to stick around online for a little bit. My longtime girlfriend is coming down from Canada tomorrow, so I am in panic cleanup mode and clean the refrigerator mode.
Beyonce.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, my fiance is coming from Canada tomorrow, and I have to make sure the place here, and when this is the same place here as we all work from home now. But what you don't know is that I have a 15-year-old teenager who is not here right now, but she was here for a week, and I'm sure you guys know this, they can destroy everything very quickly and make every dish dirty in about 30 minutes. I'm like, how could you use so many glasses? Well, I couldn't find the other one. It's right next to the new one. Oh.
Mhm.
And so I'm
It's
in full
astounding.
panic mode. But I'm taking a break from that to talk to all of our valued investors and fans on the internet. Yes,
And we
Royce,
all
exactly. The bottom bolts. I can't stress enough how important that is.
Yes. Royce has been down
Fortunately, I
that
don't.
road a few times.
Yeah, I have my floors. I have a hardwood floor here. It cleans easily, and the bathroom is just a consistent one color monotone gray that easy to clean. And
Okay.
so taking a break from that to chat with everybody. So after Jason and Melanie sign off, they don't have to. They can keep talking all night if they want because we're having fun here, and we've got a good crowd. We've had about 100 people tune in at one point or another on YouTube.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Not all at once, but tuned in. You know, the average is always about 10 minutes or so that they watch. And on Twitch, we really cranked it on Twitch. We had 2. We were rocking on Twitch.
Wow.
Usually we have 1, and I'm pretty sure it's always me. And on Facebook, we had 11 viewers and some comments too. So
Awesome.
I was very happy. That's kind of the more than usual. But anytime we have news, like anything else, when there's news, people tune in. So I think we need to create.
Well, it won't be very
news.
long. It won't be long at all until we start having that 100, 150 plus again all the time like we had and then further. So
Yep.
the utility starts coming out. We have a lot more action. Yeah, it's going to be busy.
I finally got that video posted, the when crypto is bearish, and there's a Warren Buffett quote in there, and he says, "When there's blood in the streets, you buy."
Yeah.
So when everything's going red, you buy.
Yep. His method
So-
is to buy on red days, sell on green days, and that's how you ensure you're going to make profits. So
That's cool.
not financial advice because I'm just a guy.
Mr. Hossein says Royce would be proud because he reads the pinned messages.
Yay! That makes 1. Oh,
Royce makes 1.
No, there was joyous celebration one day when somebody said, "I read the pin messages, got up to speed. Thanks, guys," and they were like, "Yay!"
I think we were doing like the glitter gifts and stuff.
He read the pin messages.
Somebody
was
probably thought we'd
fantastic.
had like a like $50,000 buy or something.
Right.
No, it wasn't just one person saying they
person
read
read
the messages.
Made Royce's day. He was
Yeah.
good for a week.
Mhm.
He's fantastic. All right. Well, I'm going to. I guess we will back off of the chat.
Yeah.
I will join back on in my office while I am doing some code work.
And
So,
I will go do a breathing treatment.
yes, that is important. Getting over the pneumonia thing.
You
So-
know you kind of I'm not sure exactly what phrase you said, code something, but it sounded like I'm going to be back in my office doing coke.
No.
No, what I said
No.
was I'm going to go into my office and do some coding work.
Coding
Um,
work. Oh, you blurred those
So-
together there, and it came out as
Oh
coke.
no!
My apologies.
I would judge,
I will
Alex.
be doing
Just so you know,
web code. I'm doing programming.
I would judge.
Well,
I'm not
was
even going to go there.
one night during the November pump, I was
Oh.
doing one of my 8-hour shifts, and my body went to hell because I was obviously up all night every night, and I got a really bad cold, and my nose was running like crazy. And I'm online, and I took the cold medicine. It wasn't working. The cold was so bad, it's like nothing's gonna work. And so every 5 minutes, I'm going off camera, blowing my nose, and finally I got to the point where I just leaned off camera and went like that. And someone recorded that and put it out on the internet saying, "Oh, the guy's doing drugs online," or it just leaned over and did. And I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, here's the tissue box. I'm blowing my nose." And they're like, "Nope, no, you're not. Too late." Internet fame.
That's not what you want to be famous for.
No.
There could be worse things, I guess, but that's still.
All right.
So it's, teenager trying to
Yeah.
be stealthy. It doesn't work.
Yes, we have children. Yeah, since we're no, you're fine, sweetie. Since we're in our dining room now, I kind of like clogged up the passageway of the house. It'll be okay.
So, all right. Well, yeah, we'll get off here. I'll get back to work, and yeah, I'll join in. I'll listen in, but we'll definitely be here, or I will.
All right.
So, all right. Thanks for everybody for joining us. Like Royce always asks, make sure you read the pin messages. We appreciate it.
Mhm.
Other than that, we'll see each other. We'll see everybody next time.
Yes.
Bye.
Next time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you just got me now. You just got me. And Jason is not disabling his camera. There he goes. I thought I'd stay on for a little bit longer after Jason and Melanie, simply because we have a lot of new people here today. I'll put myself in the virtual lounge here. A lot of new people asking questions. And I shouldn't say new people. I should say people that invested a while ago and didn't see that we had changed contracts from version 2 to version 3. And so we're getting a lot of questions about that. People saying, how do I migrate? Projects, all sorts of projects migrate in different ways. SafeMoon did a big migration, very famously told everybody, we're moving to version 2 and you have to migrate. And they created a migration pathway for people to move their tokens from one to the other. And we did not. And we just airdropped everybody new tokens. So there's no migration for us, as there was for SafeMoon and some other projects. We're getting some questions on YouTube. I can't transfer my old DYOR. That's because I was just telling you, there is no transfer. The old DYOR contract is closed. It's closed and locked and can never be traded again. And so there's nothing to do. You don't need to swap it. All you need to do is put the new contract number in your wallet. And if you're using MetaMask, Trust Wallet, or SafePal, you can just type DYOR, and our new contract with this blue logo right here in the screen will show up. Sunny Science says, I didn't receive an airdrop. You probably did and just don't know it. You have to add the new token to your wallet, Sunny. I'll drop the contract in the YouTube comments. I can't remember how to pull it up here. Contract. All right, there it is. If you join our Telegram, for those of you listening on YouTube, if you join our Telegram, we have people basically 24 hours a day answering questions. Maybe not 24 hours a day, but at least 20 hours a day, someone's on there, and then we'll answer questions. Here, Sunny on YouTube, I just posted our new contract. Just post that, either type DYOR in, and it'll come up with the blue logo here. If it does not come up, well, it has to. It has to come up because we're on all the major wallets. Sunny says, I did add it, sir. It says I have 0 DYOR, but my account shows a good amount of money. Your old DYOR with the yellow logo, that there's a problem with Trust Wallet, and they are taking our old price. I'm sorry, our old supply and the amount in your wallet, combining it with our new price, which has seven fewer zeros, and the price is wrong. So there's no money in the old contract at all. That's just a Trust Wallet problem. And if you go to PooCoin and connect your wallet, you'll see the real amount, the real value. And if you load up SafePal or SafeMoon wallet, you'll also see the value. Only Trust Wallet. Trust Wallet is just one of many wallets. And if you look at it on MetaMask, it will also have the same thing and show the correct value, which is not much. And if you had if you have 0 DYOR in version 3, it means we did a 10 million to 1 reverse split, meaning we dropped 7 zeros off. So if you had less than 10 million tokens, we didn't migrate you to the new contract because you would have had 0. You rounded down to 0. And so it's very possible. Sonny, if you tell me how much you had previously, the best thing to do is come to our Telegram and talk about it. I will post the link for that. If you don't use Telegram and you're in crypto, you should use Telegram. It's where most of the information about crypto is in Telegram. But click that link and join our group, and you can ask as many questions as you want, and the guys and girls of the DYOR project will answer all of your questions. So, Sonny, I hope that helps you. What we did, though, is just remember that currently there's an error in Trust Wallet. They're reporting the price wrong, so it looks like you've made a ton of money, which is unfortunately not true. It happens about once every 2 months, every 3 months with Trust Wallet. They report things wrong. A couple of months ago, I was a trillionaire in US dollars. I had trillions of DYOR and DBT. Unfortunately, it was just Trust Wallet glitching. And also, what is he saying here? I did. It says, okay. And just remember, Sonny, you can always try another wallet. If one isn't working right, you can try PooCoin, and you can try SafePal wallet. You can try MetaMask. Don't really recommend MetaMask unless you're really good at it, because it's the user interface in MetaMask is just awful. Let's see if we can get a little background music going here. Oop, that's a little loud. A little loud there. Just realized I'm on 3 different I'm on 2 TVs in the virtual lounge and in the foreground, and that's not going to work. Let's see, which one should I be on? Let's put me let's add hold on, everyone, while I fix this up here. Dree KO666 says, hi. Hello there. How can we help you tonight? Oh yeah, I've got something weird going on here. I'm on three screens, and none of them seem to be on correctly here. Dree, if you got any questions on YouTube, just let us know. For the best answers, I suggest joining our Telegram. I'll take this opportunity to mention that DYOR has a sister token called DBT, the Disco Burn token, in which they do monthly buy and burns, and they do contests and AMAs with all sorts of projects. They've done 12 AMAs this month with new projects that compete to win the contest at the end of the month. But the contest is just part of it. That's the marketing effort of it. What the really good thing about it, which I've learned the hard way, I should say, because I didn't follow the advice I'm about to give, is that all the projects that come on the Disco Burn token, they pump. They have AMAs, they get the word out, and they're generally new tokens, so they come out and they pump. And so it's turning out to be a good investment vehicle for new tokens. So DBT, if you're not involved with DBT and you're new here, I highly suggest that you get involved. And if Royce or somebody or Pete or Disco, if you could drop the DBT Telegram link in the main chat, I would appreciate it. I don't want to click off of my thing thing here because my system is at 100% right now, and if I change anything up, it might explode. There we go. There's the DBT link. Now I'm going to grab that. Got a bunch of you guys on it. Mako, stop on the YouTube. What's up, Tom? Hello there. Dree KO666. He says I have 5 billion tokens in the old contract. What do I need to do? Whoops, that's not the right one. No, that's not the right one either. Where is his comment? There's his comment. Sorry about that. I have 5 billion DYOR coins. How can I send it to the new coin? You don't have to. The old coins are worthless now. It doesn't matter what Trust Wallet says. That's a fake price. And add our new contract. If you scroll up, just look up 5 comments. There's a contract number that begins with 0x1005. That is our new contract. And add that to your wallet. And the new token was airdrop. New tokens were airdropped to you, and the new token has a blue logo like this one here on the floor next to me. And we did a consolidation like SafeMoon. We lowered our supply from 1 quintillion, 100 quadrillion, 1 trillion, or something like that. We lowered it to 100 billion. So you have fewer tokens, but we also dropped the price. Drop zeros from the price too. When we closed the contract, we had 11 zeros and 2 4. 11 zeros, 2 4. And then when we relaunched, we had 4 zeros, 2 4. Now we have 5 zeros and an 8. So we've gone down since our launch, unfortunately. But market's starting to turn as the market goes back up, and we think we'll be going up with them. And we're also getting our utility released. Sunny, that's correct. The old Trust Wallet removed the old yellow logo, and it didn't remove it from everybody at once. It slowly filters out as your Trust Wallet clears its cache and updates things. It says, Sunny says, it shows that I have $126 million. Yeah, that's unfortunate. If you drop 7 zeros from that, that's what the value is, and so you would have $1.26 or $12.06. Right, you'd have $12.60. Unfortunately, but our token's on the rebound. And we've had a lot of people today. Earlier on the coffee with Jason and Melanie, in the middle of the day, we had a lot of people asking about that. And there were actually some people that believed they woke up and had millions of dollars in their wallet. And it would have been nice. Obviously, we all would have loved that. But it unfortunately didn't happen. Mako Stop says, can you share some of that millions? 126 million. Oh well. The Bubble Buybot is rocking with lots of little purchases. There's a lot of people out there buying $8, $10, $12 at a time. Thank you very much. Green is good. Green can be 1 cent or it can be, 20 BNB buy. Green's the color we like. All right, what else we got going on here? Let's see, on Facebook. Same questions. And on Twitch, no questions. Thank you very much, everyone. Although, let me repost that. Well, everybody, Tuesday nights I generally follow the people that were just on, Jason and Melanie. And a lot of times Wes comes on too and does a little TA here. We didn't plan on anything. We didn't plan on doing a show tonight at all. So I don't have a show written or any topics to cover or anything like that. But since there were so many new people that came back today to our project to find out what was going on, decided to just keep the voice chat open. If you have any questions in voice chat, if you're listening, feel free to come on and ask, or just chat with me. I can only talk to myself for so long. On YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Pornhub. No, just kidding about that last one. Just drop your comments in the section. I'll respond. Sonny, thank you very much for asking those questions, and we try to answer them the best we can. But stick with us. And also, if you missed Jason's talk, this was the time when he went back over the topic of dollar cost averaging. And someone made a joke about ruble cost averaging. Those people getting hammered, unfortunately. And if you were one of the people that bought in on the highs of the project in November, when BNB was pushing $700, and when we had the CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap super duper pump in a period of a week, you're obviously down a lot. And this is just a great time. You can literally get your average price down by a factor of 10. And you can buy, for the same amount of money you put in a while ago, or even a lot less, you can buy 10 times the amount of tokens and get your average price down. And that is a wonderful feeling because you're not always worried about it. You can, if you put an extra 10 or even $20, a lot of our buys, we went back and looked at it. A lot of our buys during that, we had thousands and thousands of $10, $20, $15, $30 buys. And it makes a big difference with all those buys. It provides a lot of liquidity. And so a lot of those people that did do that, forgot about the small purchase they made. And then it shows up in their wallet as $126 million. And then they come back to see that actually our prices declined a lot, and the real prices they're down by about a factor of 10, and just starting their return. But it's gonna be a slow return, won't be a pump like it was. But this would be a great time to dollar cost average. Like Jason said earlier, our chief moderator, Royce, has done that and has bought a significant amount compared to his original investment by price, and now by volume, by buying more tokens at a much lower price. He's starting to benefit already from that.
Hey, what's going on there, Tom?
Comet! What's happening,
What's
Comet?
up, buddy?
I'm just
Not too
chilling,
much.
holding
I
down
heard
the fort here.
you're kind of running out of material there, man.
Yeah.
Got to keep
why I
repeating the
got-
same answer. Well, I had a question for you. Maybe I don't know if you've went over this already, but
Oh.
I was looking at my trust wallet and it says I'm worth $300 million. who do I who do I get that from?
You get that from a guy named Santa Claus. And
Santa Claus? Oh, all right.
I know. Unfortunately,
Well, I figured
the
it was
Easter,
real because. What's that?
so unfortunately, the Easter Bunny won't be delivering that money either this year. So
That's unfortunate because I had $10 into version 2, so I figured it'd probably be worth $110 million right now. So
yeah, they took
okay.
our new price and linked it up to our old supply. And
Yeah, no, I know what
woke up
happened. I'm
with
just
it.
playing around with you.
I know there is a guy
I'm
out
trying
there.
to get you to lose your voice.
There's a guy out there with still has 9 quadrillion in his wallet from the old contract. We couldn't locate this person and get him to send him in so we could pull more liquidity with it. And so I gotta imagine this event. It's got to be trillions. Let's see
I would say so. Well, they only took they lowered how much they could come over, right? Though, like I don't think you're allowed to bring 9 quad. It's only like 1 quad or something like that. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but I gotta think is that if he looks at his wallet today, it's gonna be outrageous. Trillions. It might even. Oh yeah, he could even be $1 quadrillion.
Yeah, he'd actually probably own the earth if that was real money.
I wonder if my calculator can even do that. 9 million, billion, trillion, quadrillion times 0.0000089. It would be $81 trillion. That wallet would be worth. It's got to get his attention. It's got or her attention, whoever they are. It's got to get their attention. At least this is the number of times that Trust Wallet, either Trust Wallet, CoinGecko, or CoinMarketCap have made an error that is totally outlandish. Either they've said our project was worth 0, so everyone came in fudding like, "Oh, what happened? You went to 0." And we're like, "No, everything's fine." But it brings new eyeballs, and then people are like, "Oh, this is cool. I'll buy it. I'll buy more." Or it's brought new eyeballs in, because it's when it goes to 0. Then when they turn it back on, it says we have like infinite appreciation in one day. Like people are like, "Oh my God, this thing is skyrocketing. Look at its graph straight up." And it was just CoinMarketCap turning the graph on and off. It wasn't our price. And then so people FOMO in and buy. And it's been good for us. Like they say, pretty much all news is good news. And so again today, when Trust Wallets are going crazy, a lot of people came out of the woodwork. Even on my own phone, I got a notification saying DYOR up 89%. That's like, no, it's not. I know better than this.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of messages on my Twitter and a lot of messages on my videos. So I'm trying to answer them, just to let them know that they're still on version 2. Obviously, we're not all worth $100 million or $1 billion or whatever the situation is.
Imagine the news that 31,000 people minted as millionaires overnight. Hey, I wanted to ask you about a while ago. You're telling me about. It just gave me an update that I'm not using hashtags right on my YouTube videos, and I didn't know what you meant on that, and wanted
correct.
Your advice on that.
Yeah. So when you post a video, you'll actually there's actually an area there. It says I think it says actually let me bring it up so I can tell you exactly where it's at. Hold on one second.
Yeah, when you post a video, you have the option to type a bunch of hashtags in that little field.
Correct. So you're going to want to use the proper hashtag, like popular hashtags or hashtags that are relevant to whatever you're talking about, because that actually helps in the search function for people looking for projects that you are encompassing.
Right.
So I
didn't pay much attention to those because I was reading articles from people that said since YouTube, and this wasn't from YouTube, this was just people, I think, speculating on how the algorithm worked, is that what YouTube now does is they actually analyze the speech in every video, and that's how when you click on a Google link that takes you to the middle of a video because they said the search term the term that you searched, and they said that they were emphasizing that over hashtags. But that wasn't from YouTube, and so I didn't know what to believe. And so, I've just made sure that I've said the words that I've wanted to be hashtag Russia, Ukraine.
Oh yeah.
Safe Moon.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of both too, and it also has to do with if you're using subtitles, and you're actually analyzing your voice pattern and the words that you're saying. But I'd rather err on the side of I'd rather do both, I guess.
That was my question. Is there a way to track? Since I don't use them, I don't see any feedback from people. Like you had people click on these hashtags or things like that. Is there any analytics that show you when people click on hashtags or search that hashtag or something like that? I just don't know how that works.
Yeah, there's a little bit. See, I use this one program, this software. It's called TubeBuddy, and that helps out a lot because it actually rates your channel, and it, like if you're not doing something, and you should be doing something to help increase your chances of being found, it'll give you advice on how to do that. And it also is able, like whenever I click on a channel, I can see how many views somebody has, all of their tags, stuff like that. That's how I knew you weren't using tags, because as soon as I clicked on your profile or the DYOR network YouTube, it's there's no tags there. I'm like, why isn't Tom using tags? But I'd have to show you my screen sometime so you could see what I mean. It's easier to show you than explain it blindly. But it'll also give you a breakdown of common tags. For example, I'm looking at prime example, Bitcoin news, Shiba Inu, crypto, DYOR, cryptocurrency, whatever. But you just using those tags, and since the project is named DYOR, it does help out a lot. And I don't know why. I don't know if that's those are probably tags that would be used if you're actually there's somebody's search function when they're actually looking for a specific video or a project. Like I kind of fool the algorithm a little bit sometimes. Like for example, the last 2 videos ago, I did a video on Income Island because I plan on doing a metaverse video actually tomorrow, and I put Everdome on there because it's a similar kind of type project, and I tagged everything on Everdome. Well, a lot of people came over from Everdome and saw that project. Some of them were happy because it was it was a project that was very similar, that was already up and running. And then some people were mad because they felt that they got clickbaited. I'm like, no, I'm not clickbaiting you. It's, I'm exposing you to other projects that are like these projects. It is what it is. But those tags definitely do work, though.
All right. Well, I will redouble my efforts.
Yeah. Well, if you need a tag list, just let me know, because I can give you the most common ones used in crypto, and then you can modify it as you want. That one TubeBuddy program that I have, it actually rates those tags. So it'll say, okay, because it rates it up to 100. So say a keyword like Bitcoin, okay, that might be worth 100. Shiba Shinobi Inu might be 10. You know what I mean? So you want all the highest tags, the highest ranked tags as possible, all on one video. That'll give you the broadest base, if that makes sense.
And for the YouTube algorithm,
but you just don't want to tag random things, though. What's that?
So if I say Russia, Ukraine, Bitcoin, Shiba, crypto, all those things, put them in the hashtag box and say them so that the voice thing figures it out too. We will.
Yeah,
see
and there's a whole other thing too, putting those tags as well,
up.
like putting like a lot of keywords inside your description. That's a thing too. But the YouTube screens for that because they don't want you to overtag. I can't remember what the actual name is. It's something like called overtag, and because people just put random words all through the description on the bottom,
right?
Just it messes up the algorithm, So sometimes it'll start working against you.
Yeah, I was testing out YouTube advertising, and I got banned. I got banned from YouTube advertising because the algorithm said I was cloaking, which when I looked into it means that you put a video up or an advertisement up, not a video, but an advertisement up with a picture and terminology. And then when people click on it, it's something else. And I wasn't. All I was doing the, when you do a live video and it says, do you want to promote this in your advertising platform? I was like, yes. I didn't upload anything. I didn't change anything. I was just live. And then I clicked, yes, I'd like to promote this. And it said I was trying to trick them. And I'm like, no. And YouTube won't restore my advertising account. They're like, no, you're in violation. I'm like, but they won't tell you because the computer's doing it. So they won't tell you, and you can't talk to a human. So there's no recourse. They're just like, you're banned for life. And I'm like, banned for life? I haven't been banned. I'm not even banned from the local Rotary place or anything. I'm like banned from YouTube for life. Here's one hand that they're paying me as an influencer. They're like, oh, they send me great newsletter, creators newsletter and other things. You're doing well. Your channel's growing. Everything's great. And then the other side of the YouTube house sends me nastygram saying you are evil and this is scammers. And I'm like, I'm like, but I'm not doing what you're saying. I'm not tricking anyone. I'm just going live and promoting it. So it's this dealing with the algorithm and not a human is starting to drive me a little crazy.
Well, that's the problem. All these multi-billion-dollar corporations, and they are able to do whatever they want, whether it be this, whether it be CoinMarketCap, whether it be, you know what I mean, Trust Wall, big whatever. It doesn't make a difference. They do what they want, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to, most of the time you end up beating your head against the wall. You don't get to talk to anybody. There's no one to talk to. It's like, really?
Right. I deleted everything from my ad account. A team
of 40 people just. What's that?
I said I deleted all the content from my ad account, and I reappealed it, and the email came back saying, "You're still violating the ad rules." I'm like, I don't have any ads. There's no ads. There's no content. There's zero. The ad account is completely empty. There's nothing. They're like, "You're still in violation." I'm like, impossible. It's impossible.
Yeah, I guess you would think they'd have a team of 100 people just sitting around, dealing with this stuff, but they don't. It's all just computer generated, violations they send out to you, and then if you click the right boxes, and then they might review it somehow. I don't even know if it's manual. It's another robot reviewing it. It's like, come on, man.
It's ridiculous.
That's the game in town. I'm hoping people start going over the Rumble. Truthfully, I was thinking about starting to upload some videos over there.
Yeah, I use for real life stuff. Well, this is now my real life, but for old real life stuff, I use Vimeo, and they have a pretty extensive method to upload your videos and catalog them and showcase them and highlight this, and it's really good, and I like it a lot. But nobody uses it, so I mean, a lot for Vimeo, a lot of people use it. But compared to YouTube and getting referral views and things like that, it's totally different. It's not you only get people that view it that seek your stuff out intentionally. Like, I want to watch Tom's video. You don't get referrals and things like that, or searches that randomly bring up stuff, and so it's not as good. So I'm stuck with YouTube.
No, I understand completely. That's what happens when you're dealing with these different platforms, these multi-billion-dollar platforms. They don't have to, they're household names now. So.
In 3 months now of being monetized, I'm up to $60 whole dollars. $60.
Oh, well, don't spend that all in one place.
Gotta thank you, the great Google Corporation. $60. Although it's become I haven't been able to successfully get the money out of Google and get them to pay me because I can't pass verification because they insist on mailing me a PIN code to use, and I split my time between Canada and Chicago. And I don't get any other mail. I don't get any mail because nothing, everything is online now. And so they timed out when they sent me a PIN code. It's like, well, it's been too long. We have to send you a new PIN code. Then they sent me a new PIN code, and our mail got stolen. Someone broke into I live in a big apartment building, and someone opened the main post box, stole everyone's mail, and my PIN code was in there along with my new global entry card and stuff. The only other thing that uses mail is the U.S. government sending you stuff. And so I can't get my money from Google because I can't get verified.
Well, it'll be there forever waiting for you, Tom. Don't worry. I kind of had a similar situation because I was wondering it wouldn't come in, and I went to go visit my parents, and I had everything set over to my parents' house. And I'm looking through. He's like, he told me I mail over there. He's like, look on the desk. There's some mail over there for you. So I have a bunch of stuff. So I'm looking through it, and then all of a sudden I seen one, and it wasn't really labeled. I opened it up, and it was the AdSense. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yep.
And then everything stayed, though, you know what I mean? But it was just like, it was 2 months after the fact. I was like, okay, well, now I could actually now I could set up my checking account so they could send over the $43 I made this month. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, it is what it is. I mean, I wouldn't expect, that's just funny because people are like, oh, you make, I don't know how they say it, like, you're very biased. People have commented like similar, I'm paraphrasing here, but you're very biased. You're getting paid to say all this. I'm like, YouTube doesn't give me nothing. They give me like $4 a video. That's if it's like $3 to $5 per 1,000 views you get basically. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some videos I have that are 10,000 views, but that's $40, wrapped up into a 3-hour process that, you know what I mean? By the time I record it, do research, record it, edit it, render it, whatever.
Less than minimum wage.
I'm like, yeah, right. It is what it is, I guess.
It is what it is. It's been so funny, like when you watch your views go up, then how little it translates into money, and you're like, what the?
Mm-hmm. A lot of my bigger viewed videos, I got those before I was monetized. So I have like 3 videos that are 10,000 and over views. I'm like, which isn't a lot, but for a small channel it is. And I didn't get paid for any of those. I got paid for views after I got monetized. So yeah, I wasn't quite at 10,000 per at those videos. I was at like 9,000. You know what I mean? So that extra, the 1,000 over I got paid for, but everything before that I didn't.
Right.
It is what it is. Battle of the Beast, I guess. But then maybe you find that magnum opus a video that just gets blasted all over all social medias, and you go viral and you get 400 million views. Then it's worth it.
I know. I've been trying to get media people to mention my Rugged, Wrecked, and Ruined playlist. Rugged, Ruined, and Wrecked. I can't even say the name of my own show right. To get them to mention it, like in CNBC and Bloomberg and things like that, and they just don't take the bait. they just don't take the bait. I'm like, come on, guys, you got to mention my show, and they're like, we don't really have a story about that.
Well, you know how this goes. You were around, obviously you were around for the first pump. So once DYOR and DBT and other different affiliate tokens start taking off, then there won't be enough mods, there won't be enough hands on deck to handle it, just like it happened before. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things.
Oops.
Then all of a sudden you're doing live streams for 24 hours a day.
If some of them would pay like some of those guys with those Safe Moon videos, the O-faced guys I call them, then I can't stand it, man. That was one of the reasons why I started doing crypto, because I was like, not that I have anything personally against those YouTubers, it was just that it just annoys me, and it's not even them. They're doing what people like, what's popular for people to search. It's like, I'll just do what I do, and if you want to watch my video, cool. If you don't want to watch my videos, then don't. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit there with a apple in my mouth with my fist on my like I'm taking a senior photo, posing for you with my mouth open. Leaning up against the wall, looking up the sky, pointing up. It's all, come on, man. It's all the same, but that's people click on that stuff. That's why those guys are getting 40,000 views, 100,000 views or more. Would love to have that problem. Would love to have that problem with all those viewers and convert them into buyers of DYOR. Imagine that. The video gets 100,000 viewers, and then you get 5,000 to 10,000 new buyers. That would be something. That was like the
I get you. I get hero. Right. Well, hopefully you guys, are you going to Miami at the end of the month?
You know what? I am not.
April, I should say.
The funny thing is that I'm going to be in South Florida the next week. But I can't get there in time for, like, I could go to the Bitcoin show, but that's not of interest to me. The regular crypto show is of interest to me, and it was on my radar for going, and not just to walk around, but to have a booth. I actually have a trade show set up from my last job that I could convert into a nice DYOR booth easily, and go to the show and report from it and do some live shots from it and all this type of stuff. But the schedule gods were not in my favor, and I have to be in Chicago all the way up until the 1st to take care of my daughter, and which I like to do. I don't say I have to, but I will be here for that. And I can't get there. Just doesn't work financially or logistically to get there on the 2nd for the show. But there's a chance if the team's going to stay an extra day or two down there, and I might catch them on the 3rd or the 4th if possible. But I don't know. I might have to wait till August for some crypto show in Vegas.
Right. Well, honestly, there's gonna hopefully they get a lot of exposure down there. I was talking to Rebel Matt the other day because I started thinking about this when I was driving because I go visit my parents usually every other weekend. It's a 2.5 hour drive one way, and so I'm thinking about. I was like, why don't we use for the different our projects? Why don't we use those QRC codes, QR codes, and use them for the actual swapper. So when you're walking around, you got a card. They literally just scan that QR code. And they're able to buy immediately as long as they have BNB in their Trust Wallet. And so we actually made a few of those. So Matt made one for Rebel, Matt made one for DBT, and I think he made one for DYOR also. So hopefully they're able to use that. And I know you probably already know this too. Obviously Disco had billboards around different locations with advertisements. I'm like, there should be a QR code there too for the website. Not for the swapper, but just for the website, because people are driving down the road, they got the camera out, they can automatically just click on it. Just giving free tools, giving people easier access.
How does the QR code work with the swapper?
Okay, so basically all it would do is you would just scan the QR code with your camera, obviously. You click on the link, it comes up, it'll automatically trigger because if this is assuming you have a Trust Wallet. You know what I mean? Or you could say any kind of wallet, but just say Trust Wallet. Your Trust Wallet will pop up. You know how like when you buy something online, when you hook up to a D app, your wallet will come up on your phone or whatever, and it'll come to that BNB screen, where it says the fiat. If you want to confirm it, it would just trigger that screen. And if you have BNB in your account, obviously you just swap it for right then and there. That's, I don't know if it's a major thing, but I think that would be kind of cool.
I agree. Anything to make it easier for people to buy is a good thing.
Right. I mean, that would be someone that's not at the elementary level. Of course, that's somebody that already has a wallet set up. That somebody already has BNB in their wallet. But even if they don't know, how hard is it to download the Trust Wallet? How hard is it to link your credit card to the buy option inside Trust Wallet to buy BNB? You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's not.
I was
really
talking to the military finance guys the other day when they were having their yacht party. Which turned it into a bust. But they said they set up the party so that on board people had a one-touch, the ability to do a one-touch buy of their token, and they must have had some kind of QR code then or something like that. Because I didn't ask further about the details of it. We were talking about other things, but they said that they had that ability on the boat for anyone that was involved in crypto to have a one-touch buy of their token right there on the boat. And I was like, well, that's actually quite handy. Maybe. Well, and I know that Matt did a swapper for them, so maybe it was something like that.
Yeah, I know he set up a swapper for them before, and I know Jared was telling me, and I didn't go into detail with it because I was planning on talking about it in a future video because that's been on the back of my mind, so I'm happy you brought it up. He did say something about they're going to be the only or one of the only cryptos that you're able to do that one touch buy, the one process. So I don't know what that entails truthfully. And I know he did mention to me like a week and right before they went there, he mentioned it to me. And I was like, oh, okay, well, we'll touch base on that afterwards. I was planning on doing another video right afterwards. And then one thing led to another. And,
right.
I'm going to try to do something this weekend for them. But you know what I mean? Because they're busy. I'm like, well, give me this information so I can put stuff together. And, they got pictures. They're just random things everywhere. I'm like, well, I got, I need some reference to some of this stuff. And, so, it is what it is. But,
well, tell me what you got coming up.
What I got coming up? Well, truthfully, before I seen you talking over here, I was about to do another Income Island video, show people how to mine. But I got a bunch of projects coming up, kind of. Some newer ones, some older ones. Like I said, the most immediate one I'm doing right now is, I said, Income Token. Or Income Island, I'm sorry. And then the next one I want to talk about Lucky Token. I just did a how to buy video on that the other day, but I want to actually look at their new website and their new their version 2.0 casino basically. So I'm going to go through there and actually start doing some gambling. Hopefully I'll win some money. What else I got going on? I got a couple projects. I don't even know kind of what their names are because I have to research it before I tell them I'm going to do a video for them. But just random stuff like that, man.
Yeah, I think I talked to you a while ago about lucky token. I think it was before their 2.0 release. How is the? I haven't been back to check it out. How is their the new casino?
The casinos? Oh, dude, they're awesome, man. And that's the thing. It's like, I mean, they're pretty. They're just awesome. I'm really impressed by that all of that. And you know, I see more and more people like, you know, signing up to use it. And I don't see. I mean, I'm one of those people. Like, I don't really have an addictive personality, so I can gamble. You know, I can go. I mean, I get mad when I gamble. So if I lose $5, I'm pissed. But you know, but I can go to Vegas and I could go gamble for a weekend and never gamble again. You know, or not gamble for years. You know what I mean? But
right.
I could see somebody, you know, having a lot of fun with that, and they got some diehards. You know what I mean? That they're religiously, you know, not that a lot of them aren't playing for big bucks. You know, they're playing for 10 cents a pop. But no, there's every option for everybody on there. And it, you know, a little side note, like when I don't want to say too much, but my grandfather, well, he's passed away, but he was a bookie. And so was my father. He's long been retired, so I can say those things. It doesn't make a difference. And I wish the technology was around 20 years ago. They would have been awestruck. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
To be able to do some of this stuff.
Yeah, I'm dropping your link in the TG.
But, yeah.
Someone just requested it.
Oh, yeah. I was actually looking for, I saw somebody message me about that. I was looking for my direct link, but I can't find it. What the hell here?
I just posted it.
Oh, cool. Thanks, man. Yeah, guys, whoever's around, if you're listening and you're not subscribed, come check me out. Comet Scribbles. And, you know, I don't do a lot of, I wish I was more consistent. I wish I could do a video a day, but I got a normal job that takes
It's
a
hard.
lot of my time.
It is.
But
Yeah, no, I got you there. It's hard. It's hard to do it and prepare.
Well,
It's
you know
not
how it works.
easy.
You know, you get home from your actual job and then you're just like, you're exhausted. Then you have priorities, dinners and this, you know, cook, you know, cleaning, blah, 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 you know, life in general. And then you're going to do an hour and a half of research on something. So you don't sound like an idiot when you're talking about it. Then you're going to produce it. Then you got to edit it. Then, you know, then the next thing you know, it's 12 o'clock at night. You got to get up at 6. It's like,
Well, I now, because of COVID, my regular job is also sitting in front of the computer at home. And so whether I'm in Ottawa or here in Chicago, I'm sitting in this seat. And so after you get all your work done, you're like, oh, I've got all this stuff to do. I gotta stream this show. I've got to work on this AMA. I've got to do these graphics. And all of a sudden you're like, I need to get up out of this chair and have a little bit of a real life.
right.
And you have to, and then all of a sudden you're like, I don't want to sit there. I want to do all those things, but I don't want to sit in front of the computer for another 4 or 5 hours when I just did a good solid 8 hours of it.
For sure. Well, I'm trying to see, I got into YouTube right after, like, I was transitioning back to work because I worked from home for like a year and a half. But stupid me, I like started YouTube like a month or two right before we started transitioning back into work. If I started, you know, a year and a half prior to that, I might not be going back to work. I might be doing YouTube full time. You know what I mean? I'd probably have a ton more subscribers because I'd be able to put out literally a video a day, maybe 2 some days. But you know, you get burned out, man.
Yes, I know that feeling. And then the other day I was planning, I think it was actually it was one day last week, but then yesterday I was planning on, I have a whole list of things that I have to get done with Carmen for our Space Lounge thing and DBT. Mm-hmm. And then I asked the little girl in the corner here, Alexa, cancel, what the temperature was. And she said it was 70 degrees out. And I'm like, that's it. I'm getting the motorcycle out and I'm going for a ride. And going out, leaving. I went outside and pretended I was a human again for a couple hours. And it was wonderful. But I didn't get any work done.
Sure. Oh, nice. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you got to enjoy the environment around you. You know, I'm actually trying to. We're talking or trying to negotiate with the administration that I can work 4/10s and work 1 day from home. So if that's the case, I'll be able to do a couple videos. You know, while I'm, you know, on my lunch break or whatever like that. You know, twice a week, plus then do one right after work on those days. So that'll be able to pop up 4 videos just over the course of 2 days. So that makes things a lot easier. You know what I mean? I could always scrounge up another day or 2 to do it. I want to try to keep them Monday through Friday, but it's hard.
Yep.
And with the weather's going to be breaking pretty soon, like you're saying, you have to enjoy your life. You can't just constantly work.
Nope, can't constantly work. But we still got the usual suspects here listening. We've got Jason's back on while he's coding. Got Mr. Sinister. Guessing Mr. Sinister is now sleeping now and left his computer on. It is late where he is. And King Cha Ching. Thanks for tuning in. And then, of course, KB Well is tuned in. And Royce. And then we've still got a good following on the YouTube here. At one point, we had 18 people at once listening, and that is enough for me. Nope, now we have 3. Oh, well.
Hey, that's okay. The lucky number 3.
And we'll go back to I've been on the other. I don't know if you're watching, but on the other TV here, I've got your lucky token video playing.
Oh, okay. No, I can see. I got you going over here. I see the trust wallet, and then I see you on the with the director's chair behind you.
Yeah, my girlfriend's parents got me a tall director's chair with my name on it, and it actually it's actually Velcros on and off. It's a real director's chair. So that when a new, star comes in, they just put the star's name on it. And so it says Tom on it, but I've got to get one that says striking on it and be able to switch them up. It's really cool. I really like it.
That'd be cool, man.
And so it sits there.
That's nice.
When I have the larger green screen up, I have the virtual chair and I can go sit in it and chat. But I got the Elgato Stream Deck hooked up, and with my phone, I can have the Stream Deck app on my phone, and I can sit in that chair by the big green screen and change all the scenes on my computer just from my phone, and it's really handy. It works really well.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, I can't remember. Do we have a or do you I'm saying we does DYOR? Do they have a Discord channel? I think they did, right? They do.
Yeah, we still do. It's pretty active amongst the guys doing development for the token. Most of the general conversation happens in Telegram, but the Discord does do a lot of. There's the marketing channels, and our web dev channels are there. And frankly, I'm sorry to the Discord guys. I've been neglecting you. I like Discord better than Telegram usually, because you can organize things in Discord. But YouTube, but Telegram just switched up something for me, is that they allow you to now, for this voice chat, I have a virtual camera feeding the room, but they allow you to now stream to it from any platform. Okay. So it can be from a cloud platform or anything like that. And so you can basically run a 24-hour news channel on it. And so I'm working on getting my software set up. And this is why if you've heard me complain about crashing lately, I've been installing all this different software, trying different stuff, and my computer has not been happy with me. Because I'm trying to get that 24-hour media channel going. Even if we only have content for 72 hours with AMAs and talks and stuff like that, eventually we'll have enough content and shows to at least have new stuff here and there.
Right.
And so Telegram is about to get a lot more popular. Plus, people in Russia can still access Telegram. And so, I don't know if you've seen me replaying CNN or Sky News on here. And I had, at one point over in the Space Lounge, I had 10 people from Russia watching it, getting the West's version of the events over there. And then all at once they disappeared.
Oh no!
Yeah,
someone snipped something.
Yeah, all of a sudden the Russian censors were like, "Nope, not a good plan."
No, not today. Yeah. Well, and the reason why I brought up Discord is because Discord does bridge to Telegram, and I know that I don't know how that works if you're streaming though. Like, say you are actually, instead of streaming through Telegram, you are actually using the audio and video through Discord. I don't know if that would bridge over to Telegram. I'm just curious if that would work because, well, you already know this. The audio and the video quality is just so much better Discord, I know. And then, so we have, because your program, basically, you're like a news network. It looks good. You have the graphics, you have the overlays, it's professional. You know what I mean? it'd be nice for
then
people
it
to be
gets
able to see
pixelated.
how good a quality it is, as opposed to, there's tokens out there that are they're these multi-million billion-dollar tokens that are just meme tokens or bullshit. They offer nothing, and they do nothing, but they just have a massive cult following because people FOMO'd in, and then and they drove up that market cap, and now they just justify why they have it. It's
Well, the Discord, I have a media channel set up in our Discord too. I've just been unfortunately neglecting it, but that's how I started this. Is that in our old in June of last year, I just started the old interface that I had, dropping it into Discord for people to watch. Updated pricing, news, that type of stuff, and I'd run my shows on it. And wasn't on Telegram yet. I had refused to go on Telegram because at the time I still hated it. And frankly, I still do, but I put up with it because that's where crypto is centered on. And then I switched over to Telegram, and I get a lot more. Instead of having 2 people watching, or 1, at some point during the day, I would have a lot more people watching it, and we obviously reach a lot more people on Telegram. But some crypto projects, like Useless, they're predominantly in Discord, and in their Telegram, it's just copies, like the things that get posted in Telegram are reposted.
It's bridged. That's why whatever if you post something in one, it copies to the other. So
right, and it doesn't. The conversation just doesn't flow as well because it comes from the bot, and so it doesn't look like a conversation. It looks like just a series of announcements.
Right. No, I understand, and it's so hard because I really do hate Telegram because I think it's crappy, but at the same time, accessibility wise, it's easier. It's and since all these crypto projects, I mean, that's what they're based out of, so it's so much easier to deal with crypto related things through Telegram.
Sorry, I was just leaving a message for my girlfriend. She's traveling down here tomorrow, and all checked in and ready to fly down to the U.S.
She's not your girlfriend, Tom. That's your fiance.
I know, but it's the same. Just long after we're married, I'll still refer to her as my girlfriend or something like that.
Yeah.
This is my third go around at that, so I'm enjoying the word,
is it okay?
Using the word girlfriend.
Well, I mean, you're not lying though. I mean, she is your friend still, and she is a girl. So I mean,
This is true.
If you break those two words down, I mean, you aren't lying.
Yeah, and she
Tom, I got a question.
Yeah. What's up, King?
Yeah, I got a question. Hey, have you followed that whole ordeal with that one popular token that was delisted from Certic today? Did you see anything about that?
No, I did not. I did not.
You might be interested. You might be interested in it just because of what you do. I don't know if I can say the token online, but you might want to go look it up on Certic's Twitter site. Then there was a bunch of FUD coming.
As long as it's not one that begins with S and ends in K.
No, it doesn't end in K. Ends with U. Starts with S.
Oh.
Ends with 2 U's.
Oh, no, I didn't. Obviously, you're talking about Seifu or whatever. They were.
Yeah. They got delisted. They paid their $25,000, and there was a bunch of stuff going around about, we want our money back. Why did you find? They thought they just based it upon the owner's past history, but they actually put on their Twitter page tonight some comments as to what's wrong in the contract. So I thought you might find that interesting to go look at.
Yeah, you can't even call them up here I got this on the other TV screen here. I got the Certic listed here, and you got nothing.
No, they took them off. So if you go to Certic's Twitter page and scroll down a little bit, you'll see their logo, and it states that they delisted them. It dropped their price to like in half today, and then it came back up. Yeah.
Well, safe that Seifu, they were getting pumped by a lot of SafeMoon maxis. I've seen on YouTube, the past week or so. So.
Oh yeah, right. Yep.
I'm sure that negatively affected their chart.
Ooh,
Yeah.
there we go. There it is.
So yeah, you'll see there like they got 4 comments there, and of course they think the owner's a little shady because he's been involved in some projects too. But they've got major problems in that contract. And you look at that contract and you wonder, did they really send that to Certec to be audited and intentionally know that information is in there? You think if they knew about it, they wouldn't even send it to Certec. But I don't know. What do you think? Does it relate to?
Yeah, I think that I think maybe. To be honest, I think a lot of people start the onboarding process and then are intentionally slow with providing them information in order to milk their contract and say they're onboarding with Certec, but they know their contract's not going to pass, so they try to pump their price up, and then
Oh, sure, that would make sense.
Then cash out, and then they don't care what happens. They we paid our $20,000 or whatever they got charged, and but they they cashed out $600,000, $700,000, $800,000. Certec audit. The so-called fire pit address of Seifu holds 15.3% of the total tokens, but is an externally owned account rather than a true burn address. Instead, burn tokens should be sent to the dead address, the standard burn address. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't invest in Seifu.
They have access to their air quote burn address. That's what it is.
Oh, that's ridiculous! Come on, guys.
Dude,
Why did so many people buy
I
it?
didn't realize how much this was worth, dude. This is like they did $84 million today. Or their market caps, I'm sorry, $84 million. Their volume was $6.8 million a day. Damn.
Yeah, so I don't know if there's anybody in here. I'm not making any suggestions, but you can really go look at the information on the particular page.
They only have 23,000 holders. This doesn't make sense. And the fully diluted market cap is $607 billion. There's something wrong here on CoinMarketCap. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
I don't think they have a $607 billion fully. What's that?
CoinMarketCap's been glitching all day, but Pooh's got him at 100.
Yeah.
100 million? Yeah, 100 million. No. Oh, yeah, 100 million. 97 million, 100 million.
Yeah, they only got 20,000. I mean, that's a lot of holders. 23,000, that's not a lot. I mean, it's a lot. It's not a lot. You know what I mean? It's wow.
All right, what's their their LP is a little low, but not that bad. It's about 8% or so. It's a little low, but still, that means if they have 20,000 holders, and their market cap's 100 million, and their LP is somewhat in order, that means there's a lot of large investors and some big wallets in there.
That's what I'm saying. There's gotta, that's exactly what it is. Because, like I said, I mean, that's not a lot of holders. If you look at we compare to our projects. Well, yeah, but no, actually, DYOR that's 30,000. You know what I mean? But okay, so
right.
DBT's at what 3,000-4,000 holders, 5,000, whatever they're at. It's only 4 times more, but that's a lot of money, man.
Yeah, well, one of the things in the contract too is the auto liquidity receiver. I'm assuming is that liquidity like we're talking about. That's also getting sent to an externally owned account.
Yeah,
nice.
They can remove 2.53 million worth of tokens at any time. So
they got their treasury has $1.5 million in it right now. Fire Pit got 13.5. Yeah,
the treasury receiver is also an externally owned account.
Yeah, that's you can't choose shit like that. Well, I mean, you're gonna have to be able to take stuff out, but they're all the liquidities at 308,000.
That's crazy.
All these bags are there were 400, 300, 300,000 all the way down. The top 100 bags are around 200,000 or to 400,000. The top 50 bags. Oh man, the top 100 basically 100,000 to 400,000 for the top 100. Huh?
Why is there still 82% in pink lock? Why is so much locked? That's kind of a lot.
Yeah.
I'm surprised how many people aped back into this and bought the dip. And bought the dip. They didn't just buy the dip. They bought the dip. I mean, they...
Right. Yeah, and it's dropped again since then, but
Well, yeah, about $600,000 went into that dip to bring it back up $25. From 170 to 195 ish, 198, whatever it was. This thing opened up at 164. Wow. Okay. Well, whatever. Huh. Yeah, I see a lot of YouTubers, a lot of the Safe Moon Maxis talking about Seifu. It's been in this past week or so, they've been talking about it and whatever.
oh yeah, the chart's been doing great, but
338,000% fixed staking APY. Okay.
Just hold on quickly, guys. Please, let's keep talking about this. I just want to answer a quick question here. To Boyd on YouTube, the old DYOR tokens in version 2 are worthless right now. Even though your wallet says you're a trillionaire or a billionaire, it's sadly not the case. And you don't need to migrate to the new contract at all. You were airdropped new tokens in the version 3. And we did a Safe Moon style consolidation. We dropped 7 zeros from our supply. We went from over a quintillion to only 100 billion. So we dropped 7 zeros from the supply, and which correlates into a 7-0 drop from the price. Our old price was 11 zeros and 2.4, and we relaunched at 4 zeros 2.4. We've unfortunately dipped as BNB has gone down further than that, but your value is at the right ratio. So yes, the old contract is worthless, and the new contract, your value is the same relative to the launch day. But back to Seifu. It's not often that
I don't
get
understand.
Get dropped
Have you been to their
from
website, Tom? Seifu?
I have not. I don't even know. Let me see if I can find it.
I'm going to tell you, it's clean. I like it. But I'm over at the wallet right now. I'm checking out the calculator because they have a fixed APY of 383,000%. Okay. So if you buy one Seifu, which is at current market price is $187.19, we'll say $190, whatever. If you hold on to it for 365 days, it says your potential return is $716,000. What?
Yeah,
I mean, I understand if that's the APY, but how's it? This can't be a fixed APY. It cannot be. It's impossible.
Well, they don't tell you the time period it's fixed for. That's the trick.
No, it's saying here. It's saying 365 days. In 365 days, your return will be $716,000 on a $200 investment today.
Right, and that can happen on things that get like when Safe Moon went crazy and went up, 1,000x or 10,000x in a period of a week or two.
Right.
But everybody can't do that. That in Safe Moon, all the people that invested in the first week, got those huge riches, but everybody else, got a little bit of riches or nothing.
Well, I agree with that. But it's saying that it's a fixed APY. If it's fixed, that means it's not variable. It's not going to change. So it's always going to be 383,000 APY. If you get in today, it's going to be 383,000 APY. If you get it tomorrow, it might be 382. But that makes zero sense to me. I don't know how they could fix. I don't know. Something's going on here. I don't know enough about it. I feel stupid now.
Yeah, there's the old adage: "There's no free lunch," and I'm in hedge pay right now, and I'm staking a hedge pay, and they have right now roughly a 750 APY, 750% APY, which translates into like a 200 APR, annual percentage rate.
Yeah,
without compounding. And it's doing very well, and and I don't know how many tokens I have, but let's just use a round number like 100. I now have 125 because of the staking.
There you go.
Yeah, it's nice. And they have not like minted a bazillion coins or devalued the price. It's pretty much the same prices I've bought in at. So just from holding, I got basically a 25% gain. And then when their price does start moving, because it's low and still new, it'll be really nice. But that's a for crypto, that's a reasonable annual percentage, yield, 700%, which is a yield which is different than APR,
awesome.
And it's confusing to talk about. But it's reasonable, for crypto. But for your bank, my savings account gets an average of 2% now or 1.5%. Pretty soon, I think I pay. The bank pays me $5 or $10 a year in interest, but charges me.
Yeah, bank you can't get nothing, man.
Charges me.
You used to be able to
get
3%, 1 to 3%. Now you get like a half of a quarter of 1% or whatever it is, 0.4 of 1%. And then you used to have the limited double E bonds. I mean, there was all kinds of different things. The CDs, you should be able to put them in. You get, anywhere from 8 to 13%, 14%, whatever. Now none of that. You can't do any of that stuff anymore.
Right.
If you
new people
go
on
through
here.
a financial advisor.
We have Seifu on here, not because we're promoting it. We're talking about it getting delisted from Certic. There's a couple of new people on Telegram and on YouTube, and don't want this to look like a commercial for something, but I've got Seifu up there because they got delisted by Certic for putting their tokens that they said to their burn address went to someone's wallet and not the dead address. Crypto Mike from Alberta. Welcome, Crypto Mike. Tuning in here. All holders are rewarded with automatic compound interest, which is paid every 15 minutes.
Yeah, 96. What is it? 96 transactions a day or something like that. I think it said. So you can get paid up. You get paid 96 times a day. Yay!
At the end of if you invest $1,000, you can earn up to $3.8 million.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
Gee,
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can walk outside and get hit in the head with an anvil too.
I got a YouTube. This is still going to YouTube, so I don't want to have to edit this too much.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
That's right.
Sorry, my bad.
Demonetized.
Nah, one ball making them make a difference.
No.
You might as well throw in 5,000 then, make it, 20
Right.
grand.
Right. Might as well. If you're gonna get
20 million.
I'm
That's
surprised
20 million.
JP Morgan
Yeah.
doesn't come in and drop $1 billion in it.
Sure.
Yeah, that makes zero. That's lunacy. You know what I mean? I know it says. There's the key words there. It says can make up to. Yeah. Okay.
Right. And here there's the thing. It says the Seifu token is the native token which interest rebase rewards are paid. What does that mean? Rebase rewards.
I feel stupid because I don't know, and then I really don't. I read that also, and I'm like, should I know what this means? Maybe I should because I'm a YouTuber. I don't know.
And weren't rebase tokens like 6 months ago? Tokens that like the number that you owned would change and the price would change, but this doesn't seem like that does that. You know what I'm talking about?
No, it doesn't say. It doesn't
rebase
say that
tokens?
the token amount changes. It says that the interest is rebased. So there's a trick there.
I don't.
There is.
But they come out and say if you invest 1,000, you'll get. They don't say tokens. They say dollars.
Yeah, they say money.
They
money,
don't say
yeah.
US
Well, that could be
dollars.
rubles.
Yeah, well, use the
it says
dollar
USD.
sign.
It says USD.
Could be
Okay,
Australian
yeah. Okay.
or Canadian, but that's only a 20%
Jamaican.
difference, right? But still, it's a big increase, and they say you'll get 3.8 million.
If that was the case, I'd put my house on it right now. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna have generational wealth for the rest of my family's life. So
He's in Australia. He's a big YouTuber. I think Legend is his last name. Do you know who that is?
No, maybe to see him or hear him.
Yeah, he had a couple other tokens prior to this.
Oh, this is his token. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And they're advertising insurance. In order just to use the word insurance in advertising, you better have a license. And I'm not guessing he has a license in jurisdictions around the world.
Yeah, well, yeah, how it works. Just hover over that. How it works. 5% of all trading fees are stored in the Seifu insurance fund, which helps sustain and back the staking rewards provided by the positive rebates. None of that made sense to me besides 5%. I don't know. Whatever. I think I'm gonna drop 10,000 on it tomorrow, and then I'll talk to me in a year because I'm gonna be worth like 300 million or something.
I'm gonna invest my YouTube monetization money in it. $60.
Well, actually, Tom, if you have access to that $60, apparently you're going to be worth about, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of dollars with that $60 in a year. Yeah. That'd be a good investment. I'm telling you.
All right, let's.
Ever heard of rug dog? Is that just like a rug service? A buddy of mine actually invested into this and was trying to get me to do it, and I read the page and just wasn't interested or whatever. But he thought there was another audit, but it doesn't. I don't see another audit. All I see is just rug dog, whatever that is.
I've never heard of that. Wow, the Seifu had the big. I haven't watched this since it launched and pumped, and I was like, oh, I should have got in this. And as if every token that you miss, you just ignore it because you don't want to have it constantly reminding you how much money you could have made. But they hit a pump, and they had a 50% drop in basically a day.
You know what? I didn't realize the DYOR website. We have a new website, right?
Yeah.
The last time I did a video, did I do a video on the new website? I can't remember. I thought
we were just changing it. We were just changing it when you did the last one.
Okay, because I was looking at DBT just now, and I clicked on DYORpro.com, and I'm like checking it out. Yeah, I don't remember ever setting my eyes on this. I feel bad. Oh, hey, listen, when I bought I've never sold any of my DYOR. Same with DBT. I've not sold one. Not one token.
Yeah, we still got some viewers. You never know. All of a sudden, YouTube, like watching my live stream, and I won't have many viewers. Then all of a sudden, YouTube does something and puts it on a popular video, and all of a sudden, bang, you got 10, 20 new people watching.
Yeah. What's really, I'm not into it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there are projects there's that Twitter Spaces. Like, I don't really understand it. I don't really like it. I don't really, because every time like something recommends me, when Twitter recommends me for Twitter Spaces, it's like the same groups, and it's like the same 5 or 6 guys talking. It's like they're talking to hear themselves talk, and they're like, a lot of them are like, I'm not going to say what they are because I don't want to use your monetization. I don't want you to get a strike against your account over there, striking. But
again,
I'm listening to these guys talk, and I'm like, they just sound like bullies and idiots. I'm like, and not that they don't know what they're talking about. I don't mean it that way. It's not that they're not educated enough to talk about the content that they're talking about, but it's just like they're just I don't know. It's like they're like on a power trip. I'm like, and they'll have like 300-400 people listening. I'm like, what is going on here? Yeah, they're not talking about anything useful at all. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks that way. I hate Twitter, but I had to get it for being a content creator or whatever.
I agree with you on that completely. But I'd like to have that problem with 300 or 400 random people watching and cranking up the numbers.
Yeah. Just listening to our bad jokes and non-substance conversations. Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Oh, we had a good one. We talked about Seifu there.
We did. We talked about Seifu.
Yeah, that was really good. King, thanks for bringing that up and getting us back on track on a crypto conversation. That was a very wise move.
I just thought it was really interesting. I thought you'd appreciate it.
Yep.
I know you're up on that rug root and wreck stuff. So
I certainly enjoy that.
Maybe they'll be on next week's. We'll see.
Comment, I've got your military finance video playing. Those guys have a big team there, don't they?
Yeah, they're pretty decent size. Yeah. And they got, I mean, they're doing good. I mean, they've been around for a while, too. They've been around since, like, last June, right? Is that around the same time? I don't know, something like that.
About as long as DYOR, yeah.
Yeah, they've been around for quite some time. It's kind of funny because Disco brought up, I don't know if it was after watching my video or just in general when we were talking about military finance, and he's like, I didn't realize that their contract is locked.
Yeah, it's renounced, right?
I mean, yeah, it's renounced. Yeah, they have a renounced contract. So I know they're doing. I think at the beginning of April-ish, they're going to have that Ethereum. Not bridge, but they're going to have a military finance
token.
Ethereum version. So then it's basically going to buy and burn the BSC token, which is going to be pretty cool. But yeah, we'll see what happens with them. I mean, it's a good project, man. They look like they had a lot of fun down in Dubai. I can't wait to put the video out. I'm hoping this weekend, so once they catch me up to speed on what happened, basically. And they'll be down in Miami also, which you're going to miss that. Disco keeps trying to talk me into going down to Miami for that, but I just can't. I wish I could. And the bad thing is I got time off. I just can't, finances and family and all that other stuff. It's just too hard.
Yeah, those guys at Military Token, it was rocking. That they had the marketing money. They put the big budget together to really rock out Dubai and make their name the splash of the town, and people were buying it. And then they had one guy sell off right at the key moment when everyone's eyes were on it. And you can't tell me that was not intentional. It's
just like, what are you thinking? And the argument was being made, if you have to go to a chart, the argument's being made that, like, the guy, because a couple of the team members, and I understand it, I agree with their position. Like, it was okay when he was buying, but when he sold, everybody got mad. No, I get that. Because, I mean, he sold it at a loss in general. And there was that guy, his wallet, he was making $10,000, $18,000 buys over the course of several months, So it wasn't like, he put in, $10,000 last week and then sold it once, 3x or something like that. However, why would you pick that time to do it? And they are actively in their chat saying, listen, if you're going to do a major sale at $1,000 or more, contact one of the team members. We will buy it from you.
Right.
So it doesn't negatively impact the chart. That's all that had to be done.
I think it was an ego thing. Generally, those things are ego things. And someone says, he probably wanted to get invited to Dubai as a VIP whale or something, and he felt slighted for some reason. I don't know him. I don't know anything about it, but I know the ego move, and probably said, all right, well, they may have spent all that money on this unbelievable event, but I'll show them who the actual boss is. And that's typical of an ego problem. And I know another guy like that personally. And he would do something like that, no problem. He'd be like, well, I'll show them, and I'll look at the size of the red candle I can make. And
but the thing is, you have to be able to afford to take the loss. Like that dude took, I don't know what it is, I'm just making up a number here, but he took a $10,000 hit or whatever it was. Over the course of how much he bought over the... I found in crypto
that people don't care about that. It's weird. I found that people sell out of spite, and we saw that with that X token that dumped on DBT, and they sold at losses. Large losses too, and they said, "Oh, we'll show you who's boss. We're sending a message," and sold at big losses. And I've seen that over and over again in crypto, and I don't understand it because nobody does that in the stock market. Well, Ford, I'll show you. You guys, you didn't run your production line right, so I'm gonna just sell it.
I'm gonna take this $20,000 hit, and I'm going home. I'm gonna put it in something else. Yeah,
right. I'll show you guys.
I agree with you. But I mean, I get sick when I make a couple $100 like sometimes you're forced out of a project. Like you're like, this is not going to get better anytime soon. However, I know another project that's on the up, and I'd rather I might take the $100 hit now, but I'm going to pick that up on on the next project. But I mean, that doesn't work. Sometimes you're chasing your tail with that too. Trust me, I've thought about that with Safe Moon many a times. I'm like, should I, when they're pumping, should I just take this money out and then just wait till the market craps and then use that same money into something else and then just, whatever. But I don't know. I don't want to be a quitter. Like I said, I'll do that with the projects that I have a couple $100 in. I can't do that with projects that have thousands of dollars, and I can't take that kind of hit. That's some of these people. Yeah, they'll take a $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 hit. I'll show you. Yeah, you showed me. You showed me nothing. You ruined the chart, and you lost money, and you caused everybody else to lose money. So I don't know.
Let's see. Let me check this.
What we should do is talk about DYOR.
Yes, we should.
We should talk about DYOR's website or DYOR's chart. Let's see what's going on with that puppy. They're up 3% today, right? I don't know if it's still up. I have to check now.
Right.
Dude. Oh wait, the market's pooping now. Everybody's down like 1%, 0.5%. No, ADA is still up 5%. Nobility's up 11%. Woohoo!
I never invested in Nobility.
Dude, that's like a thorn. I don't have much in it. I don't. I did one video on it. I did it. I don't know how many months ago. It was a math video. But yeah, they just. I'm a gamer, so I like the concept behind it, but they're not moving the needle. They're not moving the needle at all, even though they're up 11% right now, and everybody else is down 1%. But yeah.
Now I've got the DYOR chart up here on the screen, and we seem to have finally reached a floor here with the chart, and today, well, I guess it was yesterday now, but that just the unfortunate timing of the swap liquefy right when someone sells a decent amount put the red in our chart. But people have been buying, and we've been getting the word out again. All those AMAs we did manage to bring some people in, and then our little trust wallet snafu has also brought people in, and some people that were old token holders didn't realize we migrated have bought. Did have done some dollar cost averaging and bought some new version 3. So that's been good because I've been watching the Bobby Buybot thing, and there have been new holders, new wallets buying in, but also people moving up in the list, and that is I like to see that. I like to see the people moving up in the list and increasing their position. That generally means because of the way the token's going that they've dollar cost averaged in. Crypto Mike has his own sticker. Come on, man. And it's a beaver? Oh, that's a Canadian diehard there. Canadian diehard who just had the Liberal Party team up with the New Democrat Party, the NDP party today to guarantee a government for the next 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Many people were hoping that the current government in Canada was going to fall to a vote of no confidence, but now it won't with this deal they put together. And their taxes are going to go up because in order to do that, they promised the world to the other people. Free this, free that, free this, free that. I won't get into the details because that'll end up a politics conversation. But you can't promise the world and pay for it at the same time without taxing you.
Yeah, everything's free. You didn't know that, right? No one has to pay for it. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
you're right. I should probably I should start a politics channel. I want to start a gaming channel, and I want to start a politics channel. So, I can't offend people cross-platform.
I got into it. Like I was telling a couple of people the other day that Saturday when your girlfriend's in another town. And you wake up Saturday morning with a hangover and just laying around in bed. The thing to do is a fun thing to do is to troll people on Twitter. Whatever your political persuasion is or view of a topic.
Just go the opposite.
Yeah, just go to the opposite. Or just find people that are opposite yours. And not just opposite yours, but are the people that are uneducated and idiots. like the people that don't believe in science or the people that believe in conspiracies, theories, and stuff like that, and just troll them. And it's wonderful. And I love doing that. And it's the same with the crypto maxis that are always saying, this is the Safe Moon project is the only project ever, and that type of stuff. And as they say, on the alt account, I'll go troll them too, and it's so much fun. They get so worked up. I'm just laying in bed laughing, and they're on the other end getting all worked up. Like,
right. Well, there's people. Yeah, I'm not a maxi on anything. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be if you're gonna be a maxi on any cryptocurrency, honestly, the only maxi you could be is Bitcoin, because everything follows Bitcoin. You know what I mean? And even though it's, the technology is old, there's other blockchains that are doing things faster, better, cheaper, but it doesn't matter. It's the gold standard because it's the first. You know what I mean? So that's literally the only maxis. But then you have the Bitcoin maxis, and they're bad too. They're bad. I mean, I understand their position. I agree with them most of the time, but just the way they conduct themselves, I'm like, oh, come on, man. I don't get involved in it. I want to make money. I want to invest. I want to make money. I don't care what you like. If you want to, what was that one? I'm not going to say it maybe because I already got you in trouble once. That one rocket starts with a C. Listen, if you want to make money on that kind of crypto, that's your business, man. It made a ton of people money. So.
So back to the DYOR website here.
Yep.
I don't have my right virtual studio up to bring this up on full screen right now, but the DYOR website now has the blog on it, and as everyone knows, blogs can either be just boring PR marketing department crap, or can actually be very, very have a lot of information that's new, pertinent to what's going on, and educational. And the latter is what the DYOR blog is. And today, our senior writer, Brian, didn't release it today, released the other day, about a new wallet called Amber. It's
Amber?
I don't even know.
Ambery?
It's an Italian verb, so you have to say it pretending you're eating some spaghetti. Amber, It's an Italian verb that means to aspire and strive. The Amber wallet transforms you. I'm going to skip the marketing crap. The wallet is the only one on the market that lets you sign up within 30 seconds without installing any browser extensions or writing down the seed phase, and you can top it up with a credit card, then interact with Uniswap or any other dApp within minutes. It flattens the crypto learning curve.
This actually looks pretty sweet. I was gonna do the what was it? What was that movie called? Oh, I can't remember. I'll come back to that. But anyway, yeah, back to the wallet.
We can do movie quote lines all night. Trust me.
Well, what's the movie quote line? I was gonna say something. I was gonna say the name of that wallet in the accent. What was the guy who's from Kazakhstan?
Borat.
Borat, yeah. Because he's probably like, Mbari. That's probably how he would say it. The Mbari wallet.
You're making the money. This lady is the number 4 prostitute in all of Kazakhstan. She is my sister.
Yeah. She's my sister. Yeah. Her vagine looked like sleeve of wizard. Okay. Oh, Lord. This is actually pretty cool. Like I said, I have not come to the new website really because I don't really pay attention too much because I know good things are happening on the back end. But this blog section is pretty cool.
Yeah, and actually this article about Amber actually talks about the Moonbeam network, which I actually looked into a little while ago but didn't follow it up. And this reminds me that I need to go back and look at that.
Gotcha. No, this looks really cool. That's really, really neat. I'm about to actually look at some of these articles. I'm at work tomorrow. I'm not working, just reading.
Yeah, so that article came out recently. The other ones about this is Technical Tuesday, so Brian always posts something that has some new information about a product or about a trading strategy or something having a little bit to do with technology. But some of the most pertinent ones that he posts are the current events. And it's kind of a tongue-in-cheek one that he posted a week and a half ago was listening to influencers and called Should Celebrities Tell You How to Invest? And obviously the answer is no. There's not a single celebrity on the planet you should listen to for anything other than maybe Ted Nugent.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of funny because you said a recent event. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go right ahead there, comment.
No, I clicked on your recent events over here, and I'm scrolling down, and it's past the current events of cryptocurrency, all the way down towards the bottom, Kazakhstan. It's on here. Just wanted to bring that up there. You talked about Kazakhstan. Actually, this is I'd almost want to. I hate to say this, and this is not casting shade at all. Like when I open up the DYOR project website, I almost want to go to this first. Like I almost want to open it and see this first. Now I understand why it's better the other way, because you got the contract address, you have the all the social media links, that's awesome, and all you have to do is click blog on top. But this is really well thought out and it looks really nice. I guess that's my point. It seems a lot of work went into this. Yeah. I'm actually really impressed. I feel bad that I haven't looked at this at all ever.
Yeah, and the article that's up on the screen here, or this way over here, is the article about Jake Paul making $2 million on a pump and dump scheme, and that type of stuff, which is a problem. Which is a big problem amongst influencers. There's actually in some states there's attorneys taking influencers to court, telling them that they are giving financial advice, or knowing, or they're saying buy it, when behind the scenes, as soon as they start saying buy it and people do, the owners are selling, and they're saying the influencers know that and they need to pay. And I am willing to bet a jury is going to say you are right.
Well, it depends. It depends on where it's going to be jured. Is it California? It's one of those things. It's like if I tell you to go jump off a bridge and you do it, you're an idiot. I'm not an accessory at that point. But now if I harass you and egg you on and mentally toy with you for weeks and months on end to put you in a state where you feel that's your only option, that's totally different. That doesn't be like, I always say, I'm not a financial advisor. I remember Rich used to be like, why are you going to say that kind of stuff? I said, because there's idiots out there that said, well, you told me to buy this. I didn't tell you to buy anything. I'm a middle, 40-year-old guy on a keyboard, making my own investments. I'm doing videos because I want to do them. You buy whatever you want to buy. Buy or not buy. I don't care what you do. It makes no difference to me. But honestly, but then I guess what I'm getting at, there's a big difference between that and these guys have such huge, massive followings. They have millions and millions and millions of kids, young people, whatever, following them, and they don't know any better. And that's not, unfortunately, I don't like the Paul brothers, but it's not his fault either. But at the same time, he's taking advantage of that demographic. So it's, there's personal responsibility there, but at the same time, there's also these celebrities. I mean, just imagine, who's your favorite celebrity? Imagine if they came out and they personally addressed you and say, hey, listen, you should invest in this because, yada, yada, yada. I'm back and I'm not going to let this fail, blah, blah, blah. I did the back end research. This is going to be, blah, they're talking out their ass, talking out their butt. They don't know what they're talking about. And then you believe them, so it's like, that's what happens in situations like this.
If Pink Floyd came out with a token, there's no doubt I would buy it. I wouldn't even question it. I'd be like, sign me up.
So you're going to buy Dark Moon. Is that what you're saying?
Dark Moon. That's a good point. Hey, I grew up listening to 104.7 WIOT, Toledo's best rock and roll, which only plays Ozzy, Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, more Ozzy, more Zeppelin, Ozzy, AC/DC, Ozzy, AC/DC, Zeppelin. That's it. Literally, it's been the same songs for 30 maybe 40 years. I don't know how long. And so I grew up. I remember the first time I played that, turned that station on when a friend told me about it. I was 12 or something. They had a day in which they played, and I just listened to this song the other day, and I played it on my channel here. Inagata Devita by Iron Butterfly, the 17-minute version, and then Animals by Pink Floyd, and they played the 15-minute version of Animals or whatever. Not Animals,
right.
From the Animals album. Either Pigs or Dogs. I don't remember which one it was. The 17-minute version. And I'm like, well, this is an interesting radio station. And then I moved away and didn't listen to it for 20 years. And I drove through Toledo and I turned it on, and the first thing I heard was I. I'm like,
Crazy Train.
Yeah, same songs.
It never left, man. It just walked right back into it. It's like putting an old shoe on.
I still remember it. 104.7, Toledo's best rock and roll. And now they've changed it to classic rock and roll. When I was listening to it, it was all new.
Yeah, I know that feeling, man, too. Let's see here, Cloud Prophet. Yeah, there's a lot of good information on this site, man. Brian's got it under wrap, man.
And
you should bring Brian on here sometime.
I've tried. I said, Brian, why don't we come on and do like a 5-minute video on the show, just to reference the blog and talk about your article, like the news does. They do a high-level interview and say, for more information, go to our blog and look, and you go to our site and look at it and read it and download the info. And he punted on it for now. He said, let's get more content up and get it running, and then we can talk. So hopefully that will happen in the future, and have it like on Technical
Even if you got them on there
Tuesdays.
once a week,
Right, just and I can pre-record it. Brian, what's I could, like right now I could insert a pre-recorded slot here and interview with Brian, talking about Technical Tuesdays and what he has put out there.
Right. Yeah, some people don't like they don't like to talk, and when they feel there's like kind of a live audience or go on camera per se. Like, I don't mind being on camera. I'm just not doxing myself right now. I like to be an enigma. I want to be the mystery man, even though Disco knows who I am. Matt's seen me before, Rebel Matt. So I guess I'm not that secretive. What do we got else? Yeah. There's a ton of stuff on here. What else do we got? I'm gonna check out DBT. See how little DBT's doing.
Yeah. Well, hold on. I'm gonna answer a question for Crypto Mike. In the DYOR chat, I have a crypto lingo question. What amount in a certain crypto makes you a whale? The general idea is, people like to throw percents around, 1%, 2% ownership of a project. But generally, a whale means one of the top holders, in which you are then invited and become part of a closer group of people that talk to each other because they're the top holders. And in almost all cryptos, the top holders eventually figure out who each other are and form their own group to talk to each other and discuss strategy. Because believe it or not, as much as crypto is full of idiots and frauds and all that kind of stuff, most people are legitimate traders and are altruistic and want the best to happen. And generally, most whales are like that. And so the typical project that ends up with whales are either insiders, and they had a launch in which there was no pre-sale, and so a lot of people bought, or a few people bought a lot of tokens very cheaply, like DYOR version 2, or just people that got lucky and bought at the right time and ended up a whale, or have seriously invested a lot of money in it. But the general idea is you have to be a top holder, and because crypto is the way it is, people would want to watch your wallet for when you sold. If you own a wallet in a crypto that owns enough so people will be tracking it to see, oh, why is that guy selling? Is that a team member? Why is a team member selling? By the way, team members sell for all good kinds of reasons, like paying rent and types of things like that. But also other investors, whale investors, they have a certain time they're in a project, and then they say, all right, I've dedicated a year to that. Now I'm going to move to a next project, and people watch them on BSC Scan and see where they're investing and follow them into their new project. So the best way to say it there, Mike, is that Crypto Mike, is that there's no good answer, and it depends on the project, how well the communication is in the project, and really how much and how easy it is to accumulate a significant amount than which if you were to sell it in one bunch, everyone would be happy. A good example is like, go to the stock market and I always go back to Ford as just a traditional stock that pretty much anyone that holds Ford stock could sell it and nobody would care. It happens every day in the stock market. Huge positions, multi-million dollar sales. The price dips a little bit. Nobody cares because the stock market can absorb sells better than kind of cryptos like the futures markets. Because we use a liquidity pool, not an actual value, it's every buy and sell affects the price more. And so if you're a person that can affect the price, in which people will be unhappy and go to Telegram and complain and FUD because someone's selling, then you are a whale. That's how to determine. Basically, it's not if you're liked, it's if you're disliked. Guess I went on too long about that, but that's the, I guess, comedy. Would you agree with me on the percentages there?
I would say that. That's pretty much. I think you nailed it. Hit the nail on the head there. I mean, it really depends on, like you said, the project. It depends on how many holders, how big the project is. I mean, if you hold 0.5% of DYOR, yeah, you're doing pretty good. I mean, are you well? Probably. You're probably top. You top 100, top 200. But if you own 0.5% of Bitcoin, that's
right.
That's apples and oranges comparison. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I mean, you're well, aren't you? You know what I mean? So it depends on how much you could, like Tom said, you could affect the chart. 1% is usually the typical on a lot of these DeFi tokens. And so if you own 1% of of the supply, then you're pretty considered a whale. But
right.
I gotta tell you, if there's 10 people, if there's 10 holders, who cares?
A lot of people think it's good to be a whale. I got to tell you, it's not. It's not, because people watch your wallets. And just a couple of months ago on the old version 2 contract, I was trying to figure out, we had a bot. Now I figured out that was an arbitrage bot between our old liquidity pools, but I couldn't figure out this particular bot and how it was working. So from some of my main wallets, or my DYOR wallets, I did a bunch of buys and sell, or a bunch of sells to trigger the bot, and they weren't a lot of money. It was not like I wasn't selling thousands of dollars. It was $100 here, $100 there. I would sell, and then it came to a bunch of people's attention. They're like, "What's that? I think that's Tom's wallet. Why is Striking selling? Oh my God, what's going on?" And messages flying around and stuff like that. I'm like, first of all, guys, all you have to do is pay attention. You would have noticed I bought back too, because I wanted to see both sides of the bot. So if it worked when I sold and bought, and so I sold, but I bought back. But just even those $100 sales here and there attracted attention of people wondering what was going on. And so I learned the lesson. It's not really good to be a whale. People watch you, and if you do want to pay the rent, or buy something, that I don't mean like a car. I mean like get your car fixed type stuff. People will question you about it. Why are you selling? I'm like, well, I got to pay bills. And they're like, oh my God, it's killing us. I'm like, no, I'm just paying the rent. That's all. But so it's not good. Maybe in SafeMoon it's one thing, because it has, well, they used to have 2 million holders. Now they have 300,000 or something. It's different.
Yeah, row holders.
Yeah. The whales are bigger there, or there's just more of them, so they blend in more. But in smaller projects, it's hard to be a whale. I mean, everything you do, people notice, and no matter how hard you try, if you open up a second wallet, eventually you do something stupid like transfer something from one to the other, and people link it, and they're like, "Ha, that's also this guy's wallet," And I'm guilty of it on the receiving end, and also guilty of it on the investigative end. In watching people, not necessarily in DYOR, but in other projects too. And so I know it from both sides. So, Mike, that was the long answer to your question. Took up a lot of time here. Moose,
What was well said.
Yeah, Mustanar Chowdhury. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name properly. It says, "How can I sell?" Question is, why would you want to sell? We're on our way up here. We're reached kind of a bottom of our sell-off. We're on our way up. Don't want you to sell. You should do some dollar cost averaging. I'm going to tell him that. All right, let's see. What time is it here? 11 o'clock. Been on for, amazingly, another 2 hours since Jason and Melanie ended. I can't believe it. And we have had a couple of buys here. There's nothing better than being on the air here and having people actually buy. And having green.
Yeah. Then you go to bed at night and you wonder if it was because of you. I don't know.
In November and December, when I was doing this a lot, I would always try to get people to buy during the show, just so, because I always had the chart on behind me when I had a different setup, and it always looked good with a green chart. And then one day I was talking about it, and of course that was the time someone decided to sell, and they didn't just dump the chart. They sold, like, say they had a quadrillion of the old token. They sold 100 billion at a time, 10 times. So the chart just kept going bump, 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 down, 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 down as I'm talking behind me. I was like, ugh. Finally, I just turned it off.
Oh yeah, that sucks there. Yeah, that's the only thing bad about going live, because you can't really control what happens. I mean, it's just as bad as if you record something and the price is up, and then you get off, you upload it, you render it, and you drop it on YouTube, and then the price is like 30% down after you upload it. You're like, well, when I recorded this, the price was up, it was pumping. But when you're live and it drops behind you, ugh, that's tough.
Yeah, and speaking of, I went over and checked the YouTube comments, and of course I have some there. And it's President Kang. Haven't talked to the president in a while, but he's usually a regular viewer. Says President Kang says, speaking of politics, if Russia uses nukes, will the market go up or down? It's a pretty safe bet that it's going down.
Yeah, if we go to actual nuclear war,
or it will just cease to exist altogether. It may not go down. It may stay the same, because there will be nothing to trade. It will be over.
True that.
And then he says, so what? Probably somebody, Bitcoin Maxi, said Bitcoin was going to zero. And so he asked, so what will happen when Bitcoin goes to zero? First, it's not going to zero with institutional money in it. There's no way. I mean, there's no crypto that's gone to zero. I mean, even scams haven't gone to zero. So just the thought that Bitcoin would be going to zero is basically a conspiracy theory in itself. Could Bitcoin go down by 90%? Sure. But with the amount of money going into it now and the liquidity that's behind it, I just don't see how that's possible without a major event like a world war or something like that.
Yeah,
which of course is not that out of reach with the crazy man running Russia, and then another crazy guy running China that is just a complete dictator. And when you have two huge societies, I mean, Russia isn't that big. It's only 180 million people now, or 150 million. Their population actually goes down because they kill too many of themselves. But in China, with multi-billions of people, but they're held under the thumb by one person in each country. It's never a good thing. And it just leads to bad problems down the road.
Communism bad.
Or just, lying to people's bad. Not letting them get a free flow of information, and lying to them is
suppressing free speech, suppressing media, suppressing technology. Do as I say, not as I do. Dictatorship, all bad things. All bad things.
Right.
Yeah, just to be clear, that is totalitarianism and not just communism specifically. But that's me being pedantic. Just say,
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Wolge, CEO of DYOR Project, coming in.
Advocate for communism. No, shouldn't put that out there. I'm just joking.
I'm not, but I am an advocate for being, correct with what you say. And so, to be pedantic, that was improper. Just say.
Thank you for the wise words.
I'm just trying to help out here.
Echo Loco says, I figure if I see holders on page 1 of BSC, they are whales. That's a great way to shorten that whole summary up of what took me 10 minutes to explain. If you're on page 1 of the BSC holder list, you are a whale. We're still getting new people coming into the Telegram here and asking questions about the project and why they don't have billions of dollars.
I just don't know.
I'm only going to give this another few minutes here before got to hit the sack before so I can because all this time I spent here talking to all you guys, I was not cleaning my apartment. If my apartment is not clean when the girlfriend shows up, I have failed as a man. Let's see. What's his name here? Jignesh. Guessing you're from the middle of Asia somewhere, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh somewhere. If you are, no, that is not you joining. Yeah, a big part of the world is waking up now, going, "Why do I have $3 billion in my wallet?" So I'm expecting another.
You have $3 billion in your wallet. Send me some, please.
I'm expecting another another heavy day for the moderators and for Royce and crew. Let's see, how do we do for viewers? No, we've had 45 people tune in at one point or another, so that's good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's enough for tonight.
Yep.
Comet, thank you very much for joining in and rambling on with me. I appreciate it. It's always a benefit when you have a partner in this. And normally on Tuesdays I have Wes here, but Wes was out tonight. And Comet, as always, you're welcome to join us on any of these live streams and add to the mix.
Nah, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, and we'll catch up some other time.
And as usual, for those of you listening, if you have not gone to Comet's YouTube channel, our header, our masthead, is not clickable on our website. Cannot click it. How do you get home? Oh, hit the home button. Ha-ha! Anyway, so if you have not gone to Comet's website, I like that crypto trading thumbnail there. Very nice. Comet's YouTube channel here. It's got the space theme going on. And if you have not visited the Space Lounge, I'm going to pitch my other project here because nobody's listening anymore. If you've not gone to the Space Lounge, Telegram. On the web, go to spaceleloungeamas.com or Space Lounge AMA. I don't know which one it is. Or just type up in the search bar in your Telegram, Space Lounge. We've got a lot of the DBT AMAs going on over there. Every Sunday we do 3 or 4 AMAs for DBT as part of their buy and burn process. And then we also do AMAs for other projects that are worthy projects, not crap projects, as I like to say. And it's a good time over there. And I spend the time I'm not here in DYOR, I spend over there doing similar things with the virtual studio and all that jazz. So that's it for tonight. Thank you, everybody that joined. Those of you left here, comment. Jason, don't fall asleep on your keyboard. Keep coding. Alex Hall, thank you very much for joining in. King Ching, thank you for bringing up the Seifu thing. I'll be watching that. And that I'm going to keep an eye on that because it might end up in rugged, ruined, and wrecked. Crypto Mike from Alberta, thank you very much. And Mr. Sinister, I think you've had a fun evening and you are now sleeping and left your computer on because we have not heard from you. But anyway, that's all for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.